Hello and welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. My name is Keith. I would like to offer our apologies for the audio quality of this episode and the previous episode of the show. We moved to a new setup. We were trying to figure things out, and we really just wanted to play the game. And this was the best that we could get for you for these two episodes. We are working on it, making sure that the next episode, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, will sound good. But please enjoy this episode and bear with us. We love the game. We love that you listen to it. Hope you enjoy. All right, on to the show. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. I hope that last one was good for you, because it was a week ago, presumably.
It was good for me.
It's weird to get back into this.
All wearing the same clothes as last week. It's amazing.
Yep. It's a new week for you, maybe not for us. My name's Keith. I'm your DM.
Josh, Arlo, your forest gnome druid.
Zena's playing as Grim, your awesome barbarian.
Eros playing your tiefling trickster cleric, almost dead already.
Bryce playing Jack Law, the elf paladin.
Yep, and archaeologist.
Yep.
Investigating runes on the back of an attacking statue.
Slowly building up more and more into our quick character analysis.
Yep. All right.
Once stubbed my toe when I was 3. Didn't cry.
That's what made me who I am today. Last time, we spent the whole episode fighting the statue that deemed the party not worthy to enter Moradin's storeroom. Eros was gotten within an inch of his life. Grim grew to be a giant person. And then Arlo, at the end of last episode, was melded into the stone weapon of the enemy, flew out backwards, turned into a rock elemental, and landed behind it, ready to do some damage. I'm going to bring that up. Arlo, we're going to picture you have appeared here behind the statue. Eros is prone. Kate is firing arrows. The last thing she did was try to take Jack's head off by accident. She has not been very much help in this battle. It is Grim's turn to punch at the statue if he wants.
Oh, that's cool.
And one more time, want to reiterate, because it was in last week's episode, but we haven't said it this time. This is our cobbled together setup.
Yep.
Next recording session will be a lot more stable, but just bear with us for these 3 or 4.
Yeah, especially when it comes. I mean, hopefully I can tidy it. Really, my main concern now is the audio. Hopefully, the quality of that will be improved for you, and when I get it to post production and run it through a few things. But
we cannot see you. If you freeze, we won't be able to tell.
But I'm not frozen now. All right, let's play this game. It's Grim's turn.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run at this creature.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess you as the DM can tell me how you want me to do it. I want to knock him over. I want to body slam him and knock him over. So whether or not that's body slam is an action, or I just need to dash action into him, however you want to do it. He gets attack of opportunity.
He does. He's going to take the attack of opportunity real quick. So you're backing up. Let's deal with that first.
Slam is like an attack, like bugbears can do it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like a specialty attack.
He rolled a crit, Venus.
Crit 1?
Oh no, a crit hit.
Keith, my AC is 21, so he doesn't beat it.
Foiled again. All right, so he's going to roll double damage on you, Grim. As you back up, when you plant that right foot backwards to begin moving back to run for the dash, he just takes that opportunity, slides towards you one time, and just comes over you to try to crack you down with that big pillar he's using as a weapon. And again, for anyone at home who's coming in right now, what you should really be picturing are the trolls from God of War 2018. That's kind of what this thing looks like. So, 2, 7. 17.
Oh, what?
22.
Sorry.
28. 33. 34. 38. 45. 45 damage. That is a big smack. So you're going to try to run and try to tackle this creature. I'm going to I don't think it would be an attack roll for you to hit him like with your shoulder, because the only thing he's going to try to do is get out of the way.
I want to jump on him.
Oh.
I want to like, because he's like 7 feet taller than me.
Yeah, he is taller.
So I want to like run and just kind of like.
Okay,
take
run
him
and
down.
jump into him. Let's just roll, at this point, let's just roll a strength contest.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
You're definitely going to be able to hit him and wrap him up. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out what happens to you in just a second.
We didn't
let's
really
just
do a recap or anything.
Oh,
I just told him that we've been in combat with this thing.
that's true. That is pretty much
These
all
things
I did.
Yeah,
last week.
visit the beginning of last week's episode to see why we're fighting this thing.
Season 2, episode 6.
Yes. So I'm gonna roll a strength contest. Yeah.
That sucks for me. Why? What?
No, it doesn't suck for you.
I know. I'm raging, so I've got like triple advantage.
Right.
I got a 19.
Yeah, you beat him. He used all of his mustard strength to his yellow mustard.
What are you talking about?
It's strong. It's
That-
spicy
That
mustard.
delicious Dijon strength
Stone ground.
that he slams into you, throwing him off balance. You take the hit, but then you run back towards him, jump up, wrap him up, and you do bring him down to the ground. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
While he's doing that,
Dexterity or athletics, acrobatics? I
Dexterity.
still got my peerless athlete thing.
What are you going? How would you react to this happening?
I still want to hold on to him, so I'd probably try and like switch around. And if he's landing on his back, I want to get onto his chest.
Okay. So yeah, you're being hit. There's an impact happening. I don't think you have to be particularly dexterous, but you do have to be able to hold on. So roll athletics.
God of War style. X, triangle, and then circle, thumbstick. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
They don't have that in the new one.
you're going to tap X a lot. What?
I have advantage.
Okay. What'd you roll?
1. Both times.
No.
All right. Okay, so you get to roll one more time. This time it is a dexterity saving throw. Because you tried to switch around, but the impact was too much. Grim is like 2,000 pounds now. He slammed into this thing like three Mack trucks, and it gets yanked out from under you. Your hands slip off. You're still grabbing him between your thighs, but you're falling down. You're about to lose your grip. You're about to land under this thing's stone head, which means your ghibli bits and everything else is at risk. So roll a dexterity saving throw.
Not the giblets.
That is a 15 plus something.
Unless it's a negative, you're good.
Okay.
Plus
I think
3
it's
for
I think
saving
it's
throws?
plus 2.
Yeah, you would get a plus 3 for saving throws.
Oh yeah.
And plus
All right,
Plus
so as you fall down, you're able to push. You get your feet up on his shoulders, and as soon as his back hits the ground, you push off and push yourself out from under his head, which slams into the ground right between your legs, cracking the ground around you. You slide on your back between the legs of Arlo,
Hello.
the giant elemental legs of Arlo. Not giant, but elemental legs of Arlo, and end up back there. Your lance is on the ground currently. And, the statue has fallen over. The statue is now prone. And Grim is now on top of the statue,
Where
wrapping
is
it
the
up.
door in this room? Is it to the north?
It's right, yeah, it's right behind you guys to the north.
Okay, cool. I was headed there anyway.
Okay, what else will you do, Grim?
Did he drop his weapon?
He's still got his weapon held on to.
Okay.
He's got it in one hand, though.
Because that was my action, I assume.
Uh-huh.
So I've got a bonus action that I could use I was just do it. I'm going to attack, but not recklessly, because since he's prone, I have advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna use my bonus action to punch his head.
Okay, punch his head.
That is a 28.
That will hit.
Nice. 20 damage. 5 necrotic.
Okay.
Spicy.
Just a
Oh, yeah.
How many rounds have we been in combat, by the way?
This will be the 5th.
Okay.
I think it's the 5th.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It feels like it's been around more than that, but
We got
Take
a
a
lot of players.
Yep.
My peerless athlete lasts for 10 minutes, so let me know when we get to 100 rounds of combat.
I'll let you know in June. Jack, it's your turn though.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna. How far am I from the door?
From the door now, you're probably not even 10 feet barely. You're like right up against it.
Cool. I want to perceptionize it. I'm looking for. Does the door have the same symbols as the giant?
Okay.
Is there different symbols? Is there a puzzle I'm missing? Ooh, I got a 17 plus 2.
So when you look at the door, there are many of those same symbols. None of them are glowing the way that the giant is currently, or the statue is currently glowing. There are many of those same symbols. Picture like those same symbols are the canvas, like the bottom layer of a multi-layered tapestry of carvings of dwarven conquest and battle. There on the left side of the door, there's like a dwarf standing on top of a mound of dirt and rock and slain enemies holding up a pickaxe and a battle hammer in the right hand. There's like gold and stuff everywhere on the side of that. On the other side is members of other races of the world holding up tools and raising a fist with gold and riches and rocks and farmland and different things all around. These murals seem to depict the victory and success of people who work hard. Soldiers who work hard in battle and people who labor for what they get. These murals seem to depict the furtherance, the uplifting of those people.
Not me.
So that's what you see.
Okay. Free action.
Yep.
I'm going to summon my lance back.
Okay.
So.
Dexterity saving throw.
Does Arlo also need to make a dexterity saving throw? It's going to be passing right past him.
It's going to be going between his legs. I'm going to give him a wide enough stance to where you just have to try to catch it.
Why,
Okay.
thank you.
Cool. Yeah. That's a 13. No,
A 13
just an 11. Is it a saving throw or a check?
saving throw.
Okay, then I get to add +3, so it's 4.
Because essentially it's like something's happening. In my opinion, it's something's happening and you're responding to it, kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, and a 14.
You successfully grab your lance as it flies back towards you. The lance rattles a little bit at the feet of the statue that's now lying on the ground, and it slides past him on the right side between Arlo's legs and into your hand.
Ew.
Seeing these symbols on the door and on the giant himself, I'm going to work on a hunch, and I would like to address the giant on the ground.
Okay.
Which one?
The stone one. Hey, guardian of this door. How do you define worthiness?
I only guard the door. Moradin decides who is worthy.
I see. Alright, I didn't plan anything to do with my bonus action. I'm just going to go ahead and pass.
Okay. It is now Kate's turn. She is going to stay behind her rock and say, I'm not really sure how I can help. Just call me if you need me. And she's going to, just hold on to her bow and stay back there. It is Eros' turn now.
I slowly stand up, well, at least try to, and I kind of try to like laugh, see if the pain goes away, like
It doesn't.
and then I use blink.
Okay, where are you going?
So no, blink. It lets me like go to an ethereal plane, so I have to roll a d20 and get higher than 11. Wait, it's at 11 or higher? I'm pretty sure.
Sounds about right.
It's like flipping a coin.
17.
Okay.
You want this?
Yeah, rolling those.
Look
Oh
at
yeah, I should have done that. My
Look
bad.
at
So do I roll again?
No, that's fine.
Okay. So I'll go to a 17. So yeah, I rolled a 17.
It worked.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in this ethereal plane. Can't do anything else. So
You
Yeah.
can move.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, so the way Blink works, you disappear at the end of your turn,
Mhm.
and then you reappear at the beginning, and then you're in the physical plane during your turn, and then you roll again, and then you disappear at the end of your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to go somewhere?
It's kind of just like a short I'm kind of like thinking it's kind of like just a short break out of this like place, and then I'll just like teleport like somewhere a little bit farther from the giant.
You don't teleport. You have to walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like at least walk. Yeah, try to walk.
So right now,
You have the opportunity to walk.
Yes, you could walk now and be safe. So the point of
Yeah.
Blink is like a spellcaster's retreat. So like they appear, cast a spell, and then disappear, and nothing can harm them between turns.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to think. Just like I'm just gonna like try to walk away, knowing that I'm safe. Safe.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, where do you want to go?
The opposite of the giant. Just like I guess backward. Back.
Okay. So you bloodied and injured, you blink yourself into the ethereal plane, and you shuffle backwards with pained movement. Your movement speed in the ethereal plane. Everything is gray around you. You can see, the shapes and silhouettes of things that are moving. You can tell where everybody is, but you're not there. You're in the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
Step backwards.
Solid retreat.
Okay. It is now the giant's turn. The giant is going to reach an arm around you, Grim, and with you on his chest, grab both sides of the
Is he dropping the
no,
weapon?
he's holding it. He's going to pick up with his right arm. He's holding his stone weapon. He brings it up to his left hand. He's going to pull it down and smash it on your back. Because you're on his chest, I'm going to give him advantage on this slam because you're wrapped up in him.
Ow.
Ooh.
All right, he rolled a 24.
That's gonna hit.
He's going to take a little bit of a hit himself for this. 8.
Well, he's got that nice padding between him and the weapon.
20,
Yeah.
23. So 30. You're going to take 30 damage. He's going to give you 30 damage.
Okay.
A few of his little body does a little crack into. He's going to raise it up and he's going to do it again with his multi attack. So 42 damage on this big slam hit.
Okay.
He takes that damage roll, and then he tries to roll over to the side and get that thing. He's still gripping it with one hand, but he opens his chest back up, giving you ways to get off if you need to. And that will be the end of his turn. Actually, no, he is going to try to stand up. He's going to try to stand up with you on his chest. So he uses his movement speed to stand up.
That's impressive.
There's no
Do you want to keep him down?
I mean, I'm sitting on his chest.
Yeah, it's going to take some effort. I'll roll a roll to see how well he can get up.
Hey, you heavy.
Yeah, I weigh a literal ton and a half, almost.
He tries to stand up, but your weight is enough to keep him down on the ground. That time.
Cool.
And it is Arlo's turn.
Right. Seeing that Jack is trying to figure this puzzle, Arlo's not a very good puzzler. I'm just going to try to help diffuse the situation by using 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
So he's down on the ground.
Give advantage.
Yeah. 23.
I thought he stood up.
He
Tried.
Successful.
23 and 19. And a 26 and a 16.
All right, so the 26 will hit.
26, but a 23 will not. Ooh. Man. Okay. So damage is 14. I guess it's bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Yeah. So just
14, you slam him down with the bludgeoning damage. He is not looking as good as when he started, boys.
cool.
You slam him down. Right on his head. Pieces of his head crack off.
With my movement, I've got Earth Glide. Can burrow through non-magical, unworked earth and stone. While doing so, it doesn't disturb the material it glides through. So I'm just gonna underneath him.
Okay. you're standing on a stone platform. Would that be worked or unworked?
Oh no. I think they're classifying it as like buildings and streets and stuff like that. Would a stone platform work?
I mean, this is there's like carvings and stuff underneath you. This is an intentionally made.
Then yeah, that's work. So yeah, that's not gonna do it. So
Gotcha.
never mind. I just punch you.
Okay,
Just punch you.
we'll take
So,
the punches.
Yeah, that'll do.
I mean, you could move. He's got disadvantage on melee attacks.
Right. I don't need to move.
No, I'm just saying because if that was your intent, you could do that safely, more safely-ish.
Honestly, my intent was just to get out of like, hey, if he gets up, he could hit kind of range, but I'm okay. It ain't no thing.
He was going to try to burrow under his booty. That's what he was going to try. This is a little
How
booty
do
pinch.
you know?
Booty
Critical
pinch.
damage.
Critical hit.
Because I opened him down, he goes, whoop.
You found my weak spot.
All right, it's your turn.
Okay. So Jack, are you at the door?
I am scanning it with my eye holes.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to stand up and stand to the left of Arlo, I guess, at this thing's head, and I want to grab its shoulders and kind of fling him over
At me?
to the other way of Jack. So like where we can see Jack now, like to the right of that, looking at it.
Okay.
So at the door.
In the opposite direction, like to the side of the door.
Okay.
All right, so we got to roll for that. He's like really heavy.
Advantage on strength.
But
I
Like-
hope you got it.
how strong are you? We need to do some math,
My strength is maxed out,
right?
and then I'm twice as bigly.
Okay.
But he's still biglier than you.
He is still bigger than me.
And made of rock.
And made of rock.
That's true.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can lift this guy. How much what does the strength modifier do? Like how much does the strength modifier lift? That's something I guess I should know as a DM. I feel like I would be remiss if I just let you toss a giant statue if he was like, this guy's
Well-
like 8-10 tons.
You're large, right?
Yeah, currently, yeah. So
He's also large.
it's like
This thing's 20 feet tall. Does that make
So
him large?
he's probably huge.
Unprepared DM.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't prepared to have my statue thrown.
Through the magic of editing.
Yeah.
So this thing is like 4 times the size of a normal human.
Sure. A little bit less than that, I guess, if the average is like above 5 feet tall.
Way
Okay,
heavier.
so 3
I
times.
mean, and height-wise, but also rock made is heavier than
Yeah.
muscle or fat.
I'm going by cubic feet.
Okay.
Break out the calculations.
You go ahead and do.
I don't know what to do at this point. I don't want to not let him throw it if he can, and I don't want to let him throw it if he can't.
There's a
Average
little blue
person's,
screen in the back going off critical error.
average person's body occupies 1.76 cubic feet of volume. So 1.76 times 3. Somebody look up. That's
1.76 cubic feet?
what it says.
That can't be
What?
possible. My stomach is 1.76 cubic feet. Gotta be.
Well, I mean, you gotta think a person's body, so
1 cubic foot?
if you were put into a blender, 1.7 is like a little bit more like 1.5, like
I
18
guess
inches.
if I was put into a blender.
Like an 18-inch
Grim, your giant, roll for it. It's going to be hard. Roll with. He's really heavy. Roll with disadvantage.
okay. Well, I got a 7.
Okay, so you are unable to throw him at the door, but you do.
You always should have started with that.
You are able to like grab him by the shoulders, and you do at least like sit him up off the ground. You're able to like pull him. You know he's heavy. Like, you're strong, but this thing is really, really heavy, and it's glowing blue, and it's obviously magical, and it's made of stone. And you grip your hands on there, and you're trying to lift him up and sling him over there, but you just don't have enough of it right now. There's too much going on, or whatever. But you just can't quite get him up. It's awesome.
Okay. I'm just gonna punch him in the head then.
All right.
You get him up just enough.
Barring other possibilities, I will punch his head.
I do not.
Oh gosh.
Hey, it worked for Arlo.
Okay. So you punch this time, and he moves the head out of the way, and you end up punching the ground, causing a rippling crack around. You pull it back up. And it is now... Are you going to move it all?
No.
All right. It's Jack's turn.
Cool. I am going to use my action to dodge. Dodge imposes disadvantage on incoming attacks until my next turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to speak aloud.
Okay.
Because we're in like this place that's kind of possessed by Moradin.
Wait,
And I want to address him directly.
Mm-hmm.
Moradin, we should be considered worthy. I am a butcher. I opened my own shop. I'm a working man. You seem to be fond of the working class citizens. Grim gave up his position in nobility to become an adventurer. Arlo has been trained by the other druids and has been maintaining forests all his life. Eros has been acting as a spy for the Fullheart family for months now. Kate as well has been working for the Fullhearts in different capacities. They have all toiled. That's it.
There's silence for a moment as you say this, and then you hear a voice come through the ether. Well, if it was up to me, of course I'd let you in. But it's not. And Moradin's not home per se. So I'll give you a hint though. Use your tools. You're gonna have to kill this thing. But use your tools. Again, if it was up to me. Good luck.
Okay.
Does everybody know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Better than last time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not making a perception check for this. I'm just looking around. Is there like physical tools here?
On the ground, not tools. On the ground there are carvings, inlays. Some of the tools around on the ground, the etching around them is a lot deeper than maybe some of the other pictures. As if maybe you could reach in. Maybe it's just sitting and maybe it's not attached to the floor at all. Maybe it's just sitting there. Maybe you can pick it up and use it.
Did everyone else hear that?
Yes, everyone else heard that.
The Rock is nodding.
Yes. Somebody figure it out. I don't know what else to do. These carvings on the floor, some of them look odd. And they definitely depict stone tools or something.
Yes.
That's it. That's me. That's my piece.
Okay.
I did it.
Kate says, well, now maybe I could help. And she reaches down and grabs a pickaxe, the carving of a pickaxe that's down by the rock where she's hiding behind. And she grabs it and just with, almost as if it were in one of those plastic pieces where you have to cut the edges out in a toy, and like in a toy that comes with pieces. She snaps it out of there, a piece of the rock comes out, and she's now holding a stone pickaxe. And she runs towards the stone statue. She leaps into the air. This mouse. It's on a sheet of paper, so.
And these tables are really bad for tracking it as well.
She runs over, leaps into the air, and rolls an attack to try to attack this thing in its head with advantage because it's on the ground. Doesn't matter. She doesn't need it because she comes down, cracks this thing, rolls damage for the pickaxe. We're going to call that a D6. A D6 plus her small is that. She's going to do 6 damage to it. The pickaxe goes directly through the force field and knocks a chunk off of the creature. It goes.
Nice.
That's her turn. She looks up at you all and says, I'm finally pulling my weight.
For a moment, I thought she was going to grab that pickaxe and then straight for Jack.
Just kill him.
Catherine, I believe there's a bit of a deficit you have to make up for. Like, half of my ear is missing.
I'm doing my best. We'll get somebody else to grow it back. She reaches up as if she's going to do it again. Arrows, it's your turn in the ethereal plane, young man.
I'm going to go back to where I am right now.
Okay.
Not like original place, but just like.
You appear back in the physical plane.
Mm-hmm. And then, while I see this, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on my seal. Because I am dead almost.
Greedy.
8.
8 on your
Yeah.
cure wounds. Exceptional. Give yourself 8 health points, young man.
Yeah. Okay, and that's well. I guess I'll just walk closer since things are getting a little bit better, sort of. Yeah, just like slowly walk back. Cause feeling like regret, like seeing Jack kind of give like myself a boost is like no, I'm selfish. Nah, no, this isn't me. And then it's like kind of just like regret and stuff. It's just yeah.
You head back forward. Like I'm not the kind of guy who
Yeah.
runs from a fight. I don't care
No.
if I'm small or not.
No, that's not me. No, it's just like I'm not a guy that's working. I'm just kind of just like
Oh, what I said before.
Oh,
Yeah,
you feel.
just like-
Oh, you feel like you're not worthy
I'm
because
not
you're not a working man. Okay, understandable. Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
Good thing Moradin went to Dollar General or something.
All right. This time, Grim, bad guy is going to try to reach with his right hand and smack you off of it.
I'm not on him.
Oh, you're not on him
I'm
anymore?
behind him.
Oh yeah. You hopped off behind him to lift him up. Okay, so now he is going to try to stand up. Then I forgot you got up. So he is going to try to stand up. He raises himself to his feet, and he's going to do another swing at the three of you. This time we will alter the way the swing attack works. I am willing to change myself. So Arlo is going to be the person he's technically attacking. Grim and Kate are going to be the follow through who are going to get dexterity saving.
I'm not in it.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're back at the door.
Cool.
Well, Arlo, you're fine. He didn't hit you. But the pass through roll dexterity saving throw, Grim and Kate.
I got a 7.
And I have
I got a rock.
Kate also fails.
Oh, you had 3.
Well, you're just getting the follow through, so it won't be as much as the initial damage. 20 damage. You both take. Kate takes 20 damage. She's going to roll a Constitution saving throw. She's actually able to stay up, so she gets hit, slams her feet into the ground, slides across the stone, holding her pickaxe. She's hurting, but she seems to be okay. She's definitely bloodied up. She says, I guess I got to pay my dues. And it is now.
Do I need to make a save?
Yeah, you did.
28.
Wait, no. That was your initial save. Remember when you rolled that 10?
For the dex, I thought you also had to make one for the Constitution.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So you did get hit. Take 20 damage. Roll Constitution. Yes.
28.
28. You also stay standing on your feet. So missing the sweeping motion, this guy is going to bring his hammer back down on Kate now.
She's dead.
Because she has a pickaxe in her hand.
She has the pickaxe.
He is going to hit. Kate might be in trouble.
Oh no.
5, 13, lucky 15. Another pretty lucky one, 21. 28. She's hurt. Kate is slammed with this stone pillar, knocked prone. She slams on the ground. You hear, and she gets hit into the ground. Huh? She drops. Yeah, the pickaxe falls out of her hand. There are more things there are more of those things around. If you guys look down and check, but she does drop it out of her hand. She says, "I'm okay. Finish." So she is laying there. That's going to be the end of the guy's turn. Sorry this is taking so long.
You're good, man. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Arlo's turn. Did I say that?
I'm really enjoying this a lot more than online.
Me too.
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much. I agree.
it's nice being together, like around the table. We haven't done this in forever.
Even in technical difficulties considered.
I agree.
Yeah.
Have
It
a
is
lot
pretty
more-
fun.
And it works a lot better. I mean, we're not interrupting each other.
No one has had to say, "No, you go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the long pause of, wait, what?
Yeah.
All right. Do I see any of these recessed tool hole places?
Yeah, there's several of them around you. Near your feet, within arm's reach, there's a hammer on the ground that you can pull out.
Can I grab at it?
Grab it.
I'm gonna grab it.
Just leave it open.
You grab the hammer with your rock elemental hands.
Like a mitt.
Yep. Pop it out of the ground, and you now hold a mallet.
Cool.
Except yours makes like a wet sucking sound when you pull it out.
Alright, I guess I'll try to swing at him with the little baby mallet I got.
Swing at it.
So, alright, do I just do like a regular attack? What am I working
Just you don't normally use weapons. It'd be a strength. It'd just be like if you're wielding a weapon.
Oh, a strength. Okay. It's a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Alright.
Passing right through that force field.
Got multi-attack, so I'll just do it again. 25 to hit.
Alright, both of those will hit.
Nice. So I can imagine it's like a giant dirt toddler with like one of them little hammers you
And
like
you're-
nail the pegs in.
Yeah, you're big, so add an extra like D4 or something to the damage.
Okay. What's the damage on it? You got the weapon.
D6
For
for
the
these
D6.
things.
A D6 and a D4?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. And, well, negative.
You push that door.
And 4.
Comes in.
So 11.
11 and a 1.
4.
Oh,
7 and 4. So 11.
was that with your D4s?
That was with the D4.
That was 1 hit or 2?
That was 2 hits.
Okay. Did you do 2 D4s?
Yeah. I did 2 D4s to each one?
No,
Oh.
1 D4 to each one.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that was 11 damage total.
I'm normally doing much more damage with my fist pokers.
Yeah.
But magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you slam it down and knock another piece off of him. You knock a big hunk of stone off of his chest. That's pretty cool. But he's still alive. As he's not on the ground anymore. He's standing. So you reach at him and smack him. A big hunk comes off of his peck and he roars at you.
Nice.
And it is now Grimm's turn.
I'm gonna reach down and pick up Kate's pickaxe,
Okay.
and because I'm enlarged, it's gonna grow to match as well.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna swing at him. He's standing up, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna swing at him recklessly with that. Touch me, dog.
Stop it. So this just thematically, so you know as a DM, this is your last round of enlarge.
Yeah.
Okay. 23, 22, 26.
You only need one more than likely.
Okay. So what it does a D6 plus.
A D4.
Okay.
We'll call it. You're a giant, man. Add a 2D. You would do 2D6s. But no
Okay.
D4s.
3, 7. Oh, okay. So I get a D4 for large. Do I still add that?
Sure.
Okay, so 9 plus 22.
You didn't need it.
Okay. I aim it right at his head.
Right at his head. I picture like you don't even slow down, like to know, you knew what was going to happen. Like you don't even slow down to like watch it grow. You just like pick it up off the ground and rear it back. And as you rear it back, it's growing. And as you swing it goes to its full size. And the pickaxe goes straight through the statue's head. His blue force field drains off of him, and I assume you let the pickaxe go, and he falls backward, laying flat on the ground. His pillar lands beside him, and there's a pickaxe sticking out of his head with the handle pointing straight up towards the ceiling. And his final breath, he says,
Nice.
You can hear the tiny pitter-patter of gnome-sized god clapping hands just ringing out through the ether. So, as you stand there, Kate is gasping for breath. And she stands up. You know, her arm, like, is hurt. She's holding an arm. Her leg is bleeding profusely, like she's hurting right now. She's like, anybody have a healing potion?
Actually, she still gets a D6, so.
All right, roll that d6 for me.
Oh yeah, she's still got a squirrel.
Yeah, she's got one more round of squirrel. She gets 2.
I walk to Kate and use
So-
cure wounds to her too.
Nice. As Eros is walking over, the squirrel gives her 2 health points, and she says, "I'm gonna need a little more."
Well, that's an 8 for her.
It's
From
like-
her too.
A little twitch of a tail.
I just Grim is since he's enlarged as well. I imagine his potions also do. So he just just pours it on her.
So as you're giant and you're shrinking back down, you're pouring like health potion on her, and she's like trying to drink at the same time, and she's like completely drenched in red health potion, and she's like, "Thank you." But the giant health potion does, heal her up pretty good. I feel a lot better now.
Me getting close to Kate, do I get some of this too? Since it was like
A little splash.
Yeah,
Just throw out the bottom.
Yeah.
Sure, you walk into the splashdown zone and you get 20 health points.
That ankle that was bothering you is a lot better now.
Yeah.
After Grim does that, he just like falls on his face. He's just like, because, fun fact, well, 2 reasons. Out of my massive health bar, I've got 40 HP left.
Wow.
And
Yeah, you took some hits.
going into a frenzy like that gives you 1 level of exhaustion when rage ends.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
health what? Kate still, she's okay. But she's not great.
I mean, she's looking a lot better than she was.
Eros is still looking like a puddle.
I'm just gonna fall down and just like take as much breaks as I can. Just like
And Jack is looking spry.
Yeah, I didn't get even swung at.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna in a very gravelly voice because I've got a voice. I speak Ignan. So
Nice.
in a very gravelly voice, I cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Nice.
So wave of healing energy washes out from a point. That's me.
Shock rush.
Right? That's what it said. Up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius centered a point. That's me. Each creature regains hit points equal 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. 22. So everybody gets 22 health if they need it.
Ooh, exceptional.
I need it. I need a lot more of it, though.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh yeah,
That squirrel
for the squirrel.
That squirrel just eyeballs you.
Just lashes onto my shoulder.
How long does it last?
He's got one more round, so you get 1 extra d6. So if we're out of combat, can I send a squirrel that way?
Yeah, sure.
So like big rock guy just points a finger at the squirrel and just goes.
Yeah, the squirrel looks up at you, gives you a tiny little raccoon-handed thumbs up.
You get a 6.
And runs over there to give you some
You get the whole 6. So after that, little salute from the squirrel, and he just kind of dissipates.
Kate
He's
waves
gone.
at it. Says, "Thank you, Arlo. That was helpful in the heat of battle."
Yes, I appreciate all that you do, Arlo. And there's face down in the dirt.
Grim, are you okay?
I give a thumbs up. I'm just tired.
So with all this, I want to turn around and face the door.
Okay.
Point at it.
All right. When you point at the door,
You die.
nothing happens immediately. Almost to the point where you're concerned that nothing's happening, and then from the door begins to light up. All the runes and the carvings and everything light up in this bright blue light, and all of that light shimmers and grows down to the floor where you all were standing. The weapons that you pulled out of the floor begin to vibrate, and they slide back across the floor, ding, 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 and then get sucked back into the ground where they once stood. The statue that was laying there, the light moves over to the statue, and it becomes illuminated, and all the runes on its body glow brightly, and it begins to move.
Oh.
It reaches up, grabs the pickaxe out of its head, drops it on the ground. The pickaxe shrinks back to its normal size and then tinks over back to its thing. It stands up, grabs its pylon, turns around to the party. It gives you a nod, and then it walks over to the door. And hopefully I told you, but in the middle of the seam on the door was a big square hole that looked like that pillar would fit into it.
I don't think we knew that.
Yeah.
I swear, did I not say that?
No.
You might have said it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to lift it anyway. Or,
Xena's good.
huh?
Not even
Oh.
Megagram.
It was.
Not even mega.
There's things going on here. Imagine if you were a god. Would you make your basement easy to get into?
Yeah.
So he grabs his stone pillar, jams it into the wall. It begins to glow blue as well. He gives it a twist, and the door inside of its stone, sheaths opens up.
Nice.
And you behold in front of you the foyer to Moradin's storeroom.
3 more
8 more
goals.
warriors.
Yeah, 4 statues stand before you, each of them wielding a giant golden AK-47. Of course not. There are statues in there, though. Do you guys enter? It is currently not well lit.
I'd like to go ahead.
I stand up and I look and I just pat the giant I know I'm not worthy, but thank you.
The giant takes his
Kills you.
hand off. The giant takes his hand off the pillar, and he says, he puts his hand on your tiny little
I
head,
cast Cure Wounds.
and he squeezes it to the bottom. No, he says, "You need but labor."
I know.
Raises his hand back up to, where he's holding that pillar and the door had split across from it.
I know. I'm ashamed of myself. And then just goes with them.
The statue turns around and stands at his post again, and he says, "You may enter."
Is he going to sleep after that?
He's just standing there, head looking straight ahead. He doesn't look. No, he's not bedding down or anything. He still looks animated.
I want to like holding my back, just walk over and kind of nudge it a little bit and say that was a good fight. Oh. And then just
Your
walk
nudge
in.
initiates a new round of combat.
Whenever he also looks down at you holding his pillar, and he says, "I can do this all day." Captain America. I don't know. I like giving him something to say.
Before I venture into the room, I want to look at the symbols on the ground, the ones that were the retrievable tools. I want to see if there is a cleaver among them.
Ooh.
It's sort of a tool for a trade.
Unfortunately, there's no cleaver
Poop.
depicted.
I'm going to take the pickaxe.
Okay. So you're going to try to pull it out?
Yeah.
The pickaxe does not come out of the ground.
That's dumb. Is the hammer Arlo pulled up still around somewhere?
All of these things, all of them tinkled back to the, they slid across the ground and slotted themselves back in.
I
Yeah.
remember that. All right. I leave.
I'm sorry. Let me rebuild the freaking puzzle encounter and boss fight and everything.
Do it again.
As Grim steps in, are there there's rocks around, I assume, right?
Yeah.
I want to pick up one and cast light on it.
Oh, he gets a rock.
And then,
See?
and then
Roll for it.
roll perception, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to chuck the rock and roll perception.
Okay. Chuck the rock. Roll perception. Everybody going inside this room?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump past everybody.
I just want to nod to the guardian guy just before I walk in.
He nods back at you. This guardian seems quite cool with you guys now that you beat the crap out of him.
Beat the pebbles out of it.
Yeah. So you guys walk in. As you walk in, you see the following. You enter into the foyer of Moradin's storeroom. It is a grand entryway with 4 great statues of the god Moradin, however you want to say it. It's the same image as the statue outside, but these are far taller. They stand 50 feet tall, and each has its hands outstretched. A great hammer is held by one statue. A great shovel held by another. A pickaxe in another, and the final one is holding a bucket. everything in this room is made of stone that you can see. There are carved images in all the walls, each wall depicting a scene of men, women, and children of all ages standing atop piles of gold and holding tools and bags of jewels in their hands. There are two massive wooden double doors ahead of you, and it looks like, or roll a perception check, by the way.
Got a 31.
God.
Which is a nat 20.
Okay.
I got 5.
I got 18.
Okay.
Wait. I get percept as my dude.
You mean eat?
It's a perception is wisdom. So,
Gotta feel that air somehow.
I
Gotta
get
feel that air somehow. Gotta feel that air somehow.
crit nothing.
A crit nothing.
Crit nothing.
So Grim, you spot it.
I am a rock.
Grim, you're looking around this room. You've been beaten pretty. Not beaten. You've been harmed a little bit. You're resting, but using the light that you've produced with this stone as you roll this rock in here. One thing that everybody notices is that these doors are closing behind you, sliding pretty quickly. But Grim, you don't notice any danger in this room as the light illuminates the room. The thing that you notice most is it looks like everything in here used to be covered in gold. Like whenever you look at these stone statues, you look up and like on the forearm of one of them, you see the glint of like what looked to be a golden covering to this thing. Like the wooden doors obviously had all these ornate etchings on them, but they would have been gold inlaid. That you've never seen a door without some thing on it. In addition to the wood that looked this way, it looks like this used to have a bunch of gold on it. Everything in this room, the pillars, the statues, everything looked like it used to be completely gilded. But all that gold has been removed.
Interesting.
As the doors slide shut.
I move towards the doors.
The doors, is anybody doing anything about the doors shutting behind you?
No.
Y'all are letting that happen.
Jack is smiling like we're in a real dungeon now. This is a serious adventure.
I'm just waiting by the door to see if they close all the way.
They close. Slam shut. Are you still an elemental?
5 hours, baby. I'm gonna use it.
Rock boy, Dwayne Johnson.
I got 5 hours, 10 feet of rubble headed your way.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Right?
As the door closes, you hear a snap of tiny fingers.
It was me.
Torches around the edge of the room light up. The door, both doors, the door in front of you and the doors behind you that just closed, remain shut. But the visage and small body of a god that you have met before, and while Jack has not met face to face before, appears before you. Garl Glittergold. He's a gnome. He's got a twirly mustache. A tiny little beard. He's bald. This time he's bald. I don't know how I described him last time, but at this point he's shaved his head.
Well, he's like a fanciful guy, like
Yeah.
however he's interested.
Pompadour.
Yeah, he's bald this time. He's got a twirly mustache. His beard he's got like a chin strap as well. His teeth are bright white. He's well groomed. He's wearing stately red and gold robes as he stands before you. His feet have little curls on the end as they curl up with little bells on his shoes. He's a very adorable little comedy gnome. He says, "I knew you three could get in here. You never disappoint, or at least you haven't disappointed me yet. And just with a little nudge in the right direction, eh, Grim?"
Yes. But thank you for it.
"Yes,
He doesn't know you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
we've never met before, Eros. I don't typically misspeak. But don't worry. I'm sure I'll have high opinions of you soon.
don't.
You were almost crushed by that stone pillar out there, but you were not.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be scraping a greasy spot off of that stone area out there, but you've survived.
I thought I was gonna die too.
But don't worry about this. I've been keeping my eye on you as well. I'm sure you'll be very impressive come time.
Okay.
Eventually. Of course, you could die.
Probably.
Who knows? I don't.
That might be impressive.
I don't know the future.
And now I'm a bit scared.
How kid I am but a god.
We'll keep you safe, Eros. Don't worry.
Keep an eye on them tubes.
You will try. Certainly. But you find yourself in Moradin's storeroom.
His tubes didn't work.
What do you think? Sorry, before you respond, funny story, I was explaining to Lizzie what I was going to talk to you guys about and do in the D&D story this week. And I was explaining Garl Glittergold, and I was like, well, they just think he's funny because he said there's one thing about someone's tubes being too small. And so now he's a big part of the story.
I enjoy Garl because he's a gnome god.
Yeah.
He's a gnome, so that's
Like Arlo.
Okay. Excuse me. Says, what do you think?
Jack's gonna raise his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You don't worry. You don't have to raise. There's only 5 of us in here. I know. Jack. Yes. 6 people.
Kate.
Of course, Kate. Why were you hiding behind me like that?
how did you get back there?
You appeared in front of me. Sorry. Anyway, you're part of the party now. Please join everyone in front of me so I can see everyone. Thank you.
Get back over there.
She sidles over to him. Sorry.
Judging by your stature and your bearing and what you've said thus far, I assume you're Garl Glittergold?
You assume?
Yes.
We've met before.
You haven't met me. You've met a different me. I'm sure you noticed a bit of a mix-up not long ago.
He's looking up at himself. He's kind of calculating.
About a week or so. Big explosion.
Oh, yes. You will forgive me. I've been a bit busy since then. But yes, of course, some strange things happened in that explosion.
Yes.
He eyeballs Grim. And of course you, whatever. You're probably, yes, it would make sense. You're from, and then now you're here. And so that would mean, yes, it all adds up. Anyway, I'm Garl Glittergold. It seems the you that is here today has not met the me that is here. So, pleasure to meet you, young man, old man, whatever age you are.
Nice. I'm sure I'm young by your standards, but I'm rather old for this group.
Yes, I have been around quite a long time.
Speaking of which, you wouldn't happen to know where other me is, would you?
Oh, I'd have to go searching. It's not something I've concerned myself with of late. I could maybe find out, but it's not going to benefit you very much either way.
I see. Well, if you happen to come across him anywhere, just let him know that I'm trying to sort this out on my end and see if we can't get our places switched back together.
Surely, I'll think about doing that. I'll be honest with you, my focus is here.
I see.
With this group.
Continue. You're fine.
I go towards the grin do y'all know him?
Yes, he has interacted with us on a few occasions, and he is the reason I possess the mask that I used to aid us in that bout in town.
Oh, yes.
So he's really powerful then.
Well, he is a god, yes.
He's a god?
Yes, boy. I'm a god. He floats up into the air and moves over towards you and looks you directly in the eye and says, you now stand before Garl Glittergold, the god of gnomes, comedy, performance, and many other things of late.
Okay.
You need not be afraid. My favor shines upon this group. They've been very helpful to me in the past.
And you to us, and we appreciate it, definitely. It is good to see you again, Garl, I must admit.
It is good to see, I see you quite frequently. Like I said, I keep my eyes. He puts his fingers up to you. He puts his fingers up to his eyes I do keep my eyes peeled on you quite often.
So how did y'all help a god?
While all this is going on, can I tap Garl on the shoulder?
He as you walk towards him, because he's still floating at this point, as you walk towards him, he comes down to the ground and leans his shoulder down, or or closer to the ground, knowing that, well, you're an elemental, so let's say he floats over to you like he knows what you're coming to do, and he lets you tap him.
I want to pick, like,
Yes.
the roundest rubble that I'm made of and, like, just hold it up, like a shrug. We're looking for, like, a little orb.
Oh! He's talking. I know why you're here. Yes.
If he speaks Ignan, I could talk to him. I don't know if he speaks Ignan.
So, yeah, the rest of you now are currently hearing this come out of Garl's mouth. He's speaking directly to Arlo. He says, yes, I know why you're here. I'm currently speaking a language that your party cannot understand. So I'm going to stop doing that now and speak in the common tongue. Can you understand that, Arlo?
Yes.
And as I was saying, yes, Arlo was talking about the orb, the Moradin's tiny orb. We are going now. He's showing you this small circle. The orb is really more this size here.
In the conversation, I just flick it.
He holds his hands up like this. That is why I'm here at this moment. I wanted to offer you a warning of what's going to go on behind these doors. Just a brief caution, if you will. There is something lurking inside Moradin's storeroom. I'm not going to tell you what it is. To be honest, the more I interact with your world, the worse things will likely get. The more the gods insert themselves into the affairs of this particular plane, the more things get out of whack, as they already are, quite out of whack. That's why I need you all to help me. You might say, "Oh, God, you're so powerful, you're so handsome. Why don't you fix everything yourself?" Well, that's because there are complex systems at work, young fellows and ladies. Since you are, of course, she not like I am. So there is something lurking down in the vault, in the storeroom.
Jack is like bouncing up and down on the balls of his feet.
Jack, I know you love adventure, more so now than you once did. I'm telling you because this thing is spooky, scary, and quite powerful. There are like some levels to death. You've all experienced some of these. Like sometimes you die, you go to the astral plane, there are different planes. We know these things. This thing could jack you up, boys. And I want to let you know that. So you go in there. I was talking in a different accent, excuse me. So you're going to prepare. And also, I would not normally just tell you about scary things. But this particular creature may say a few things that may cast some dispersions upon me. He may say, "Oh, God is an imposter." He may say, who knows what he might say. But I want to make you aware and sure that I am on your side. I am indeed who I say I am. God of Glittergold. Dashingly handsome god of many things. Don't worry about it. I need you to get rid of that creature so you can grab the orb. Your mission is of the utmost importance. To get that orb back to the servants of the scale, we need you all to continue doing what you're doing, please.
I'm kind of suspicious now. Just like, so you could be a fraud, but telling us that you're not a fraud.
Well, I suppose you could interpret it that way. But what I'm just trying to get ahead of the proverbial whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You
I understand.
I'm just trying to tell you that this thing might tell you some things about me that I'm telling you it is lying. It's not true.
So you're just telling the truth before someone tells us a lie?
Yes, a preemptive truth-telling.
Yes, okay. You may continue now. I'm sorry. You may continue.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the warning. He's just straight shot down the hole?
Well, it's really down deep.
I see.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Through the doors.
Okay.
And you figure it out.
I didn't remember doors in the description. Okay.
Yeah. Ahead of you, doors. wooden doors.
Okay.
Really, just kind of straight down. Can't miss him.
Arlo's just nodding this whole time. Like, yep, this all makes perfect sense. Yep.
So,
Gravelly nod.
really? This was that easy? No questions?
Not really. At least Arlo and I have met you before and dealt with you. I have been tricked before by a companion, by who we thought could potentially be a friend, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You seem like an okay fellow so far, so that's good. Question, though, is help out of the question? Not particularly anything major, just in terms of an instant sort of rest and recovery. And I point to my body, and I'm like bloody and like bruised. I'm just like
One eye in your hand.
rest.
Put his back.
If it's not too much trouble. I know, as you've said, you are busy and you have things to do and you cannot interfere too much. But if you're willing.
Would you like to hear a song?
Arlo
Sure.
shaking his head no.
Why not?
He says, I don't get to perform very much anymore. This will give you a blessing. He pulls this little harp off his back and begins to strum. Ba-da-ring, ba-da-ring. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
I regret our decision.
Yeah, Arlo's just still shaking his head no.
No. He doesn't sing any songs from present day pop culture. He does. He
But
plays.
he could.
He plays you a beautiful tune. Honestly, it is a beautiful. It's like he is, proficient, beautiful on the harp, beautiful song. He sings this really almost dirge, a mournful song. It's slow and it's relatively sad, and it talks about friends dying and people moving on, and it's really quite. It's a mournful song he sings you, and it's visibly affecting to him as he sings it. And he strums the final chord, and with the final chord off the tip of his fingers comes some golden magic that floats out among you and gives you all some healing. Doesn't give you back any spell slots, but he does increase your health by another 25 HP.
Wow.
I almost clicked the damage button.
Yeah. And so at the end, he goes, well, there you go.
Weren't you a god of comedy, not sadness?
Not everything can be funny, young boy.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm the god of comedy, I know. Not everything can be funny. Some things are sad.
Well, that was very...
Horrible.
I'm sorry. It seemed like...
Like what's down there.
I'm sorry.
You're not ready, young one.
I'm not ready. I know I'm not ready.
You're not ready. Keep this young fellow safe.
I will try my best.
Are
As
you,
always, I apprate the help.
are you sure I'm
Arlo
that important?
nods and just sticks up a fist and instead of a thumbs up, a thumb just grows out of the rock.
I prefer your normal self, but it is at least entertaining, this rocky fellow. So, let's say you do succeed and you get Moradin's tiny orb. I'll meet you back here, and I'll explain a few things about it, make sure you know how it works, etc., etc. But I really maybe I'm overstaying my welcome. And if you have no more questions, we can't spend hours here. But I suppose I'll see you when you return.
Ooh, I do have one question.
Shoot!
Are there any known traps along the way? Are you allowed to give us information like that? Is there anything to watch out for? Any more?
I'll say this: keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
The more detailed and the more I start uncovering secrets, there's magic and things and, the ether and the way things are held together. We are still really learning about how it all goes. I don't want to overstep my bounds and you all pay the price.
I see.
Yeah.
Then we probably shouldn't ask many questions then, and we'll get to you when we're done, I suppose.
Well, thank you for your help, then.
You're welcome, Eros.
Tell Melora I said hi if you see her.
Yes. I'll do that.
Is he like twitchy?
A little bit.
Okay. Do I notice?
Oh yeah, roll perception. I roll perception check.
9.
Just seems a little goofy about it.
Gotcha. Something ain't right.
Alright, and he says, "We'll see you back when you get back up here. Goodbye."
Wave.
He fizzle little he like snaps and a little golden fizzle, appears where he used to be and he disappears and Kate says, "So you guys have met gods before?"
Nope.
Just the one, mostly. Only Arlo and I, really. Jack, the other Jack did, but not this Jack.
I have now.
Well, you have now, yes.
To be honest, I didn't know you could meet gods.
To be honest with you, Eros, me neither. But we have now.
Yes.
And
I feel like you'd be crushed just from a sight of a god. Gosh.
I guess we head down to get this orb.
Yeah.
Or take a nap
Yeah, or take a nap.
for like an hour.
Take a nap. I'm gonna have to.
Whatever the group
Yeah.
decides.
I'm gonna need something better than an arrow.
Yeah, I don't know how we could help you with that.
Yeah.
I can give you this. I can give you Pokesy. You can hold Pokesy if you're proficient with that.
I don't see why it would be any different than other things I've wielded.
He didn't make Pokesy magical, right? Krong? He just
No, he made it
sharpened
strong.
it, basically. Yeah, okay.
So Arlo is in favor of a rest. So I'd like back into like regular old Arlo.
Okay.
And yeah, now I can actually talk. Yay!
Pebbles come out.
It's dust and everything. Well, I think if we about to go down there, I think that if there's any place where we're gonna rest anywhere, it's probably gonna be right here by the front door. So if anybody needs to take a little nap, might be time now.
I agree.
I'll try to think of something to be more helpful to you all.
Wait a minute. And then Arlo finds a rock. And I finally use stone shape, and I shape it into a sword for Kate.
Well, she has a sword. Will this be a magical sword?
It can be magical.
Okay.
So I shape it into a sword, and then like, later on I can actually make it magical. Like
Okay.
elemental weapon.
Gotcha. Well, she holds the stone sword and she says, "Oh, this has to be better than the sword I've got. You guys are really impressive."
They are very impressive.
No,
I
ain't
just-
nothing.
I just hit things mostly and refuse to die pretty much on principle, really.
Eros,
He's real good at both of them.
you keep doubting yourself, but you are how old? 12, 13?
I'm 13.
13 years old, and you just defeated a giant rock monster, or participated in it.
Yeah.
Met a god, participated in these grueling challenges. You danced like a fiend at the party last night.
He did dance like a fiend.
This is true.
It was fiendish.
You've done pretty well, and you were a spy before that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yes,
I'm-
you've got quite the illustrious career, and I doubt it's going to end anytime soon.
What I'm getting at is, quit your whining.
And I kind of just like lower my body and just like, okay.
Kate walks over to you, and this will be the last thing we say. As she puts her hand on your back and like pulls you in for a little hug, Eros, and she says, "Poor Eros, we'll catch up." And that will be the end of this episode of Dungeon Boys. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, whatever you did. Hopefully everything sounds good. We're gonna work on making this setup better and better. I think the base of this setup, the fact that five of us are in the same room, is completely ideal. Our gameplay has come a long way from the first time we did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We need
thank you
stadium
guys.
seating for next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And the comfort level of our recording setup.
Oh yeah, not as hot.
Yeah.
No car noises.
No drive-bys.
Just a dog.
Just a dog. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you are listening on a podcast, please leave us a review, a rating, whatever. That would help us to be seen by other people. Share us with your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing. Twitch.tv/TankMediaGames. All the pertinent links are there. Also, TikTok has become a thing for me. and Tank Media Games. So we're approaching like 3,000 followers, getting close to that on TikTok.
Check out all of Tank's gatekeeping videos.
Yeah, I made one D&D TikTok that made everybody mad. It's funny, you'd say something that people disagree with, and then they're... At the end of every episode, the camera freezes, so that means it's time to go. Please remember that we love you very much.
Toodles.
Peace.
Later.